YouTube, what's poppin', y'all? It's your boy D Hyde. Just want to welcome you guys back to the channel. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Now, today's video, I want to show you guys how I'm going to reestablish my line. And there's certain things that I had to go through in order for me to reestablish my line and get it from this rough, uncomfortable stage to how it is here on this side, okay? So what I want to do is kind of take you guys through the steps, also give you guys a little bit of information when it comes to this whole process, and share with you guys some of the tools that I use to help me achieve and kind of reestablish a new line when it comes to my cheek line, all right? Now, first things first is when it comes to reestablishing your line, let's say you went to the barber shop or, you did it yourself, you dropped that line down, okay? And I know this is something that a lot of us go through, when it comes, again, to us doing it ourselves or going to the barber. And sometimes the barber has his mind made up on how he wants your beard to look, and he actually ends up just chopping down the beard a little bit more than you expected. It looks nice and clean, but at the same time, you didn't want it to be that low. So now you're in the process of reestablishing that line. And the hardest thing to going through this whole transition of reestablishing your line is being patient, You're gonna have to be patient. You're gonna have to go through those rough stages. It's gonna take maybe a couple weeks, 3 weeks, maybe even 4 weeks of you growing out that hair on your cheek and allowing it to fill up enough to where you can create a new line and just allow all that area that's growing to kind of fill in and get back to where you were before. And I would definitely say that's the hardest part when it comes to reestablishing your line, is just going through that rough stage, man. Because me personally, I like my beard to look tight and right every single week. And I've been enduring this rough stage for the last, I want to say 3 weeks now, all right? And I'm ready to line it up and show you guys exactly how I got it from this to this. Now, when it comes to reestablishing your line, there's a few ways you can go about this, all right? One, you can go ahead and, allow all that hair to grow in. And then from this point, you can just go ahead and freehand your beard, okay? So you'll look at it, you'll be like, all right, this is all my old growth. This is all new growth up here. So all I'm gonna do is just hit and create a line and just kind of eyeball it a little bit, okay? That's what I've done a lot in the past. Sometimes I'll get it right. Sometimes I'll make a mistake. Other times I'll end up just kind of going back down to that line that I had before and just cutting off all that new growth because I couldn't get it to look the way I wanted to. And then I'll start that whole process all over again. But when it comes to the easier way of establishing that line and just kind of taking all the guesswork out of it, you can definitely use a beard template and an eyeliner pencil. And by using these two right here, it'll take all the guesswork out of you establishing that new line, okay? So, like I have right here established already, I already have my line drawn out. I used the template. I got this exactly where I wanted it. And all I basically did was go ahead and draw this line out. And it's pretty much that simple when it comes to doing this whole process. Again, it takes all the guesswork out of you freehanding and eyeballing your line to kind of make it right. So again, by using the template and the eyeliner pencil, it just takes all the guesswork out of reestablishing that new cheek line, okay? So now after creating that line, right, you got your eyeliner pencil, you got your template, you created that line. The next step will be to obviously shave it off, right? Shave off all that extra hair, which I've done already on this side. So there's a couple ways you can go about this. One, you can use just the trimmers, okay? So use the trimmers, you'll go ahead and knock off all that hair. You go straight to the line. What I like to do is kind of just go directly to that line, okay? I'm not going in the middle of that line. I'm not going below the line. I'm just going right to the line the best that I can and cleaning up all that hair. A lot of times you can just stop, especially if you're reestablishing that growth and you got new growth growing up in there, you can just stop, you'll be done with it. In another case, you can just go ahead and use your straight razor, okay? So you can draw out this line, take your straight razor and go directly to that line and you'll be good to go. But again, those are just some options that you have when it comes to actually knocking off that hair, that growth, and coming straight down to that line that you created. But for me personally, since I'm reestablishing this line and I want this line to get a little stronger, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hit it with the clippers for now and allow it to kind of thicken up a little bit more before I go ahead and hit it with the straight razor, all right? But the option is up to you on what you're looking for, what you want to do. But those are just a few things that you can do when it comes to actually knocking off the hair. Now, when it comes to using this template and the eyeliner pencil, what I like to do is I like to come to about right there, all right? Right where my mustache drops down and ends. I like to hit from this point and go this way. So the way this template works with my beard it actually lines up perfectly the way I want it to. Now there's other angles on templates where it all depends on how your beard grows. You know, for some guys, their beard goes back a little longer. So for example, you can probably use the straight end to kind of create that initial first line, and then use the curve, you know, and kind of like turn it as you get that little curve that you're looking for. You know, it all depends again on how your beard grows. All right, so once you get this where you want it, the next step will be obviously to draw the line out. And it's that simple, fellas. Next step from here is obviously you want to make sure that it's straight. So you look at yourself in the mirror and just make sure that it's lined up. You know, both sides look like they match. And then if you make a mistake, obviously you can wipe this off also and redraw that line until you get it exactly where you want it, okay? So once you have everything lined up, you have it positioned right where you want it, the next step obviously is to go ahead and trim it up, okay? So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this line and get it nice and clean. All right, so now that I cleaned all that up, as you guys can see, I just went straight to the line, you know, didn't dig into that line. I just went right above that line that I created with the eyeliner pencil. And from this point now, I just want all this to kind of thicken up a little bit, grow in more. And before you know it, your beard will be back right exactly where you had it before you dropped that line down, okay? One quick tip, if you're just gonna go with the trimmers, rather than going with the straight razor, you can always clean up your cheek line to get it real nice and smooth by using just a simple little throwaway razor like this. I typically use this, a little bit of shaving cream, and I can go against the grain with this. So what I'll usually do is I just go forward, and then I'll just kind of go up, and it'll take away that little shadow effect that you get from just using the trimmers, all right? So that's a quick tip. Use one of these to kind of help clean up that cheek line and give you that final clean, sharp look that you're looking for, okay? Now, one more quick thing I wanted to share with you guys, for those of you that probably noticed, since I've been letting my beard grow, or the cheek line grow out, I also let this top area grow out also, man. So this is my first time actually letting it grow out so thick. And when I get a chance, I'm gonna definitely go ahead and fade this. But if you guys wanna see how I fade my beard, fade this into the bald head, you guys can click on the card. That video just explains everything in detail on how to blend your beard into your bald head, all right? So with that being said, fellas, listen, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope the video was helpful. And remember, again, whenever you're establishing that line or you're trying to regrow that line, just be patient and just allow that hair to kind of grow back and get a little bit thick. You know, after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a month, it's definitely going to grow back. Of course, it's going to look crazy and rough through that period, but just remember, with a little bit of time can help you reestablish that cheek line, all right? This is your boy D Hyde, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You guys have a wonderful week, wonderful weekend, and I'll catch you guys next time, all right? Peace out.